What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? It's your boy Kano, the brutally honest gamer, and I'm back with another video. Let's get it, let's go. Now, before I get into today's video, man, make sure you go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for when I drop these videos. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get it, let's go, let's talk about it, right? So this whole video that we're gonna talk about right now is the new PlayStation Game Pass type of service versus the Xbox Game Pass itself. We're not gonna talk about Nintendo because their service is irrelevant at this point. It's a travesty, a tragedy, I might add. So let's go ahead and talk about it, right? So we're close to having that official launch for their PlayStation Game Pass type of service. I'm not going to talk about the two tiers that's rumored to be in the discussion. I'm going to talk about the third tier, which is basically including the game trials. Basically, you can basically stream the games for PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. And not for you can't really download it. And then not only that, when it comes to the whole ordeal, the services, it doesn't seem like it has the day one exclusive titles on the PlayStation side compared to the Xbox Game Pass formula, which I could see that's a possibility. It might change in the future, but right now I just see it just up in the air. So the whole ordeal, the way I look at it, where Xbox Game Pass needs that competition in order for them to continue to succeed, is in a way of, from my perspective of Xbox Game Pass, is kind of in a lacking stages of their games that they're putting together for the Game Pass lineup. Now, don't get me wrong, I love indie games. I play, like, I say about 40% of my games that I play is indie games, 60 is AAA. I know I'm gonna take that back. More 50-50. I'm 50 on indie and 50 on AAA. But my thing is with a lot of the indie games that they have on Game Pass, on Xbox Game Pass, I don't particularly care for like that. Now, when you look at PlayStation, their Game Pass service, the way that they have it formulated with game trials and stuff like that, it's cool, but they're gonna need more. And what I mean by what they need for in a more predicament in the situation, they're going to need to put their first party lineups exclusively in that service. What I mean is, like, let's say God of War Ragnarok comes out, right? That needs to go on their PlayStation service day one. And then not only that, the exclusives that they have on the PlayStation 4 and 5 side, they need to be put on that Game Pass service and stay on there permanently. You feel me? The same way that Xbox Game Pass does. Like, okay, for instance, right? They got all the Halos on there and all the Gears on there, and it's on there permanently. After they acquired the Bethesda services, practically all the games that they have, that Bethesda have on there, is on Game Pass. Like the Rage 2, which is one of my favorite games in the first Rage, and you got Doom and Doom Eternal on there. Then you have doggone the Halo franchise, then the Gears franchise. You got Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Horizon 5 that came on Game Pass day one, and it's on there permanently. So what I'm saying on the PlayStation side, they have to kind of mimic that formula that Xbox Game Pass have in a sense, right? Because if not, they're gonna be like that crazy. So if you look at it right now, they did Shadow Warrior 3, which is on PlayStation now at this point, which is actually good. I bet you a lot of people are playing it, which is a good formula. It's a start. You know what I'm saying? They can do that third party formula, but they need to actually put it up to the first party formula. Now, at the price range that they have, if you look at Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, it's $15, basically $16 for Ultimate, $10 for Game Pass itself, and I believe $10 or you pay $60 for Xbox Live Gold for the whole year, whatever. And you're looking at the PlayStation service, they charging $17 to $2 more. That's really a bad business move. They really need to put it to where Game Pass Ultimate is. Keep it at about like $15, $16. That would actually be good for them. It will benefit them. The only downside to that PlayStation service that they have is on the PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, you only can stream, you can't download. Kind of like the cloud service is different on Xbox. So I don't really mess with it. So I don't know the full specs of that nature right now. But check out on other YouTube channels about that side. You feel me? But the way I'm looking at the whole ordeal, when you look at PlayStation, that PlayStation Game Pass service is going to start off slow, but I feel like it's going to pick up steam if they start making the right choices and make the right corrections on it. If not, it's going to end up declining like Google Stadia. Yeah, that's right, I said it. It'll decline like Google Stadia in that sense, because nobody will be gravitating to that service and just continue to buy the games the way that they buy games. And not only that, the way they need to do their games is if they put their games on that PlayStation service, put the formula where they can get the price at a discount. They can get that price at a discount, it's going to work wonders. You feel me? Because if they want to compete with Xbox Game Pass, they're going to have to kind of mimic that same formula that Xbox Game Pass has. Because a lot of their exclusives that they have, or every game that they put on there, they put it on that PlayStation Now service for a limited time, and that's an epic fail on their side. And that's just me being real about the situation. They're going to have to do better. They're going to have to get it together in that sense. You heard me? So I feel like they can correct that little mistake that they have right now and make it better. Now let me speak on that on Xbox Game Pass, right? Now earlier when I said that I'm like 60-40, 50-50 on the situation when it comes to their games, it's cool. Like I said, my gripe about Xbox Game Pass is it's the same gripe that I have with Xbox Live Gold games. They be putting up some games that's pretty much not interesting in a sense. You feel me? Like honestly, when I saw Nobody Saves the World, and I had to review the game too, but when I saw this game, I didn't really too much have that much interest in it. Then when I started playing it, I was like, okay, yeah, this is actually pretty fun, but it's kind of complex in a sense, right? So what they go like I said though, there's certain indie games that I would play, but it's most of the indie games I wouldn't play. Like for instance, this month, Xbox Game Pass, they got some fire games coming out this month. The game Shredders, I'm looking forward to it. I get to play it day one. You feel me? That's about it. But they got way more games. I don't remember right up top of the head, but they got some games that's coming out this month that's going to be worthwhile. That's just like the first half, and the second half is going to be crazy. But I think what Microsoft has to do, they're going to have to really get in their bag and start putting out more heavy-hitter type of games that get people to go more to Xbox Game Pass. If not, they're going to end up in a standstill when it comes to some of these indie games that's like kind of in a head-scratching way. You feel me? So it's really not much else I really have to say about that, man. Let me know what are your thoughts about the PlayStation service versus the Xbox Game Pass. What you think is going to do better in a sense. Well, not what you think is going to do better. Like what type of games you actually want to see in these services, and what do you think Microsoft should do to improve their service as far as the games. You feel me? I'm going to leave it on that note. And like I said, I'm out. Peace.